What is up, everyone? We have called an emergency meeting of the Bob Dylan podcast to discuss what is perhaps the most important thing to ever happen to Bob Dylan. He has narrated Machine Gun Kelly's trailer for his new album, Lost Americana, available August 8th. And we don't know how it happened. We don't know why it happened, but we're gonna watch it and we're gonna, I don't know, try and figure that out.
It's a momentous day. Um, we all kind of have been waiting for um, Bob to really do something, anything of note, recently. So this is
Oh, no, no, no.
yeah, it's been a hot minute, arguably since the 60s that he's done anything of note. So here he is, lending voice to the real voice of our new generation, Machine Gun Kelly, who I have so much respect for as somebody who decided to start beef with one of the most technically proficient rappers of all time in Eminem, and got demolished so hard that he literally had to change genres, which is really an impressive accomplishment, and I respect that so much.
That genre was pop punk. I don't know what he's doing on Lost Americana. It sounds, I don't know. Is he doing an Americana album? If Bob Dylan's involved, like, is it like a blues album, a folk album? I don't know, but
I,
we do know that Bob Dylan has latched his name onto the star, the rising star that is Machine Gun Kelly. Trying to
yeah,
get some of that Megan
and
Fox action, maybe.
and we should say, leading up to this, Bob has on his social media, Instagram and Twitter, posted or reposted at least two other Machine Gun Kelly videos over the last however many months. So this is technically not out of nowhere, um, but I don't think anyone in their right mind would say that they saw this as the logical conclusion. So I'm very excited to see this.
Well, let's check it out. I mean, from first glance, I love his jacket. That is a pretty sweet jacket. So I'll give Machine Gun Kelly that, but let's watch and see what else we can glean from this. Bob Dylan narrating the trailer for an album announcement, I think is what this is, for Lost
Mhm.
Americana by Machine Gun Kelly. Let's watch.
Lost Americana is a personal excavation of the American dream, a journey to find what's been lost. This album is a love letter to those who seek to rediscover it, the dreamers, the drifters, the defiant. It's a sonic map of forgotten places, a tribute to the spirit of reinvention, and a quest to reclaim the authentic essence of American freedom. From the glow of neon diners to the rumble of the motorcycles, this is music that celebrates the beauty found in the in-between spaces where the past is reimagined and the future is forged on your own terms. Lost Americana.
What was that, like a The Who Bob O'Reilly thing going on at the end there?
That was maybe like the 100 gex cover of Bob O'Reilly.
That was The What doing Bob O'Reilly.
Oh man, I love it. I love everything about it. I love wow. I love that it almost sounds like AI Bob Dylan. Um
It's like a
I-
chopped up, like some words and phrases sounded like they were recorded like in a different studio,
yeah.
basically. Very
Yeah.
much blood on the tracks. Like, let's try it here. Now let's try it here. We'll just put it all together for this because this is important. This is the real thing.
Bob notoriously has a interesting cadence these days, especially.
I have not. I don't think I've ever heard like Bob Dylan actually talk.
it, I mean, it kind of sounds like that. It sounded like there was some effect on it, maybe like whatever the audio equivalent of sepia tone is. Sounds like it was added to make it sound even more old fashioned.
Americana. Yeah.
Wow, there were a lot of phrases in there. The Oh God, I can't.
I
It's
mean,
hard for it to stick.
the
Uh,
questions I have would be, do you think Bob Dylan wrote that or Machine Gun Kelly handed him a script? Like, would Bob just like read from someone else's work? Or is he gonna like drop in his own, little phrases, maybe change it around a little bit, rewrite?
it's tough to say because it really seems like he just clearly believes in the project so much that maybe normally he wouldn't read a script, but he just felt that moved by this that it was necessary. Um, it sounded very Dylan-esque. Um, I don't know. I kind of don't care. I'm just happy this exists. This is so fantastic. We just recorded our Together Through Life episode, which means we're about to get to Christmas in the Heart from 2009. One of many times in Dylan's career where you could say, where the hell did this come from? Why did this happen? And here we are, 2025. Bob just turned 84 years old, still somehow finding new ways to be batshit insane. I love it.
Is it
All
this
about
is
it.
I mean, this is yes, batshit insane. Is this even like top 10 batshit insane Bob Dylan things?
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, top 10. If you have any idea, it might be somewhat safe to assume that at least some people watching this video, maybe some people who tune into the channel specifically for our show, may not be familiar with Machine Gun Kelly. If you know who Machine Gun Kelly is, yes, this is up there, I say, with his all-time batshit insane moments. This makes no sense. This isn't him, going to bat for the new Kendrick Lamar project, or any other critically acclaimed, real culturally relevant artist. Not to take away from Machine Gun Kelly's success, of which he has experienced much. Um, but it's very clearly a different. I don't know. I feel like this would be like him in like 1996 narrating a trailer for the new Tonic record or something.
I mean,
I
I could
don't
actually
know.
see that. The Machine Gun Kelly, like, if you had given me, like, guess who Bob Dylan just narrated the album trailer for? If you gave me a million guesses, I may have gotten to, like, Machine Gun Kelly, like, 926,452. Like, I would have just literally rattled off every person Jason has ever talked about or listened to. The war on drugs, Craig Finn, like, I
Sure.
don't know. Just there's a billion people. Elton John's new album, like Stevie Wonder. I would have just gone through the entire like history of music, and then probably like started talking about like, Keanu Reeves, maybe like just
Yeah,
name
then you have to
actors.
start getting into the absurd, like, oh, did he do Jack Harlow? Oh, did he do Machine Gun Kelly? And then bing,
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 bing, bing,
bing.
bing.
Survey says, yeah. Um,
It's amazing.
Phenomenal.
I mean, I love when Bob Dylan does stuff like this because it's just he basically has chosen again, like what is the least likely thing for me to do? I'm gonna do that.
So
What?
off the top of my head, the Victoria's Secret commercial, uh
I know I did that. Come on, that's on.
yeah, that's up there. I mean, converting to Christianity was definitely a big surprise. He did um do the narration, I believe, for a Ford truck commercial a Ford Truck Super Bowl commercial sometime in the last 10 years. But even that was more so like, oh, that's kind of weird. Not really like him in a Victoria's Secret commercial is fucking insane. Um, he probably, before a lot of people accepted that rap and hip hop were valid genres of music, him being on a Curtis Blow track in the 80s probably was batshit insane to a lot of people. It's just crazy, because like his sense of humor is so dry that even if he is doing this as a bit, you can't it's read so much like Bob that you can't tell what the
yeah, it's
intentions
extremely sincere. There's no like hint of like, haha, I'm doing this as a joke. Like it sounds like he believes every word, and he's legitimately excited to listen to Lost Americana by Machine Gun Kelly, out July 8th.
Oh
August 8th.
man.
Sorry, excuse me, August 8th.
Will you be listening on the morning of August 8th, Joe? Now that Bob Dylan has given it his endorsement?
I don't know about the morning of August 8th. I am slightly intrigued now. However, I will say that if Bob Dylan had not done this, I guarantee like it just wouldn't. I wouldn't even have noticed. I probably wouldn't realize it was even coming out. This makes me wonder what it's going to be like, and if there's like some connection with Bob Dylan narrating it to the quality of it. Like, is this like some like giant leap forward for Machine Gun Kelly? Like he's reinventing himself in a way that
Safe to assume. Yep.
no one's gonna be able to believe it's Machine Gun Kelly. And Bob Dylan was like the first one on the scene recognizing the talent, the latent talent of Machine Gun Kelly, nurtured and whatever by Bob Dylan. So I'm going to listen to it. I can't guarantee it'll be the morning of August 8th, but at some point I will hear Lost Americana by Machine Gun Kelly, and we have Bob Dylan and Bob Dylan alone to thank for it.
Will this be MGK's Folklore and Evermore?
Uh, could be. I've heard at least one Machine Gun Kelly album. It sucked. It was one of the pop punk ones, and I've heard various songs. So even if it's just like average, that'll be a giant step up for him.
I mean, whatever happens, we will always have this.
We will. I feel like I think we've probably talked about this to death. Maybe we should just watch it one more time. Little, just as an
Yeah.
outro. We'll leave on a high note. Bob
Let's
Dylan,
go.
though, Bob Dylan's voice narrating the trailer to Machine Gun Kelly's Lost Americana. We'll see you later.
Americana is a personal excavation of the American dream, a journey to find what's been lost. This album is a love letter to those who seek to rediscover it, the dreamers, the drifters, the defiant. It's a sonic map of forgotten places, a tribute to the spirit of reinvention, and a quest to reclaim the authentic essence of American freedom. From the glow of neon diners to the rumble of the motorcycles, this is music that celebrates the beauty found in the in-between spaces where the past is reimagined and the future is forged on your own terms.